Good morning and welcome to your daily tarot reading. Let's see what we have going on. I'm going to use the runic tarot today. I think I kind of am liking it right now. Well, I mean, I always like it. So I really do. This is the Somnia and the runic are my two favorite. I also, well, okay, yeah, there's lots I like. Okay, let's get started here. Hope y'all are doing fantastic. Happy Monday to you. Let's see what we have going on. I'm going to try to not rush things and not try to get it under 10 minutes, but let's try to keep it short. So what do we got? Also keep in mind, hitting that thumbs up button really does help us to connect, and it also helps me. Not gonna pretend it doesn't. It absolutely does. I would like to start getting my name out there. Also, any comments as well would be very much appreciated. And let's get going. Current situation is the Fool. Love it. What a good card for a Monday. Present influence. The Emperor. Yeah, it's kind of taking back control, deciding that it's time. What do we not see? Five of Wands could be some kind of conflict or fight. Unexpected energy coming in. Oh, that Seven of Cups. Also keep in mind I do personal readings. Link to my email is below. Just email. Personal readings challenge is the Lovers. Strength. Keep in mind that can be decisions as well as partnerships. Eight of Swords. There's something about being in the position. We've had that like not too long ago. I really remember Eight of Swords being in the strength. And where does this all lead? We've got the Ace of Swords, clarity, understanding. It's a victory card as well. Wheel of Fortune, Page of Cups, like that. Five of Cups is at the bottom of the deck, and then Knight of Cups. So the whole thing is happening because you feel disappointed about something. There was an expectation that you had that didn't come through. Disappointments are exactly that. Like, you have certain expectations, and when those expectations aren't met, that's when we become disappointed. You know, sometimes we have to have, like, I expect that I'm going to do XYZ, or this is my goal and I don't meet that goal. Keep in mind that just because it doesn't happen when you expect it to doesn't mean it never will. That's just a reminder with the Five of Cups, because it is a hard card. Disappointment sucks. You feel like you've lost something, but realistically, I see the Five of Cups as you lose a couple cups, well, the three of them, but now they're ready to be refilled. You know, they can start from scratch. You still have the two cups, so you still have something. It's not like you lost everything, but more importantly is it's time to refill those others. And if you really kind of look at disappointment that way, okay, well, this didn't work, but now I can do something different. We have the Fool in your current situation with the Emperor as the present influence. That Fool feels really, really good to me. Like, okay, it's time. I'm going. I'm going to jump. I'm going to take that leap, right? And I like the innocence of the Fool, always have, because sometimes we need to be a little bit more innocent. And instead of, knowing that XYZ is going to happen, or, just go in with curiosity, take the journey to learn, to experience, instead of having certain expectations, hence the Five of Cups. The Emperor is you taking back control. I feel like the disappointment happened, but now, no, I'm going to take this back. I'm going to jump into this. Let's clarify really quick. I'll use the Somnia to clarify. Tell me about this Emperor a little bit, please. What is this present influence with this Emperor? The Tower and the Justice. Yeah, something changed. And so the Tower with the Justice is something changed, but you realize it had to change with the Justice. The right thing happened, right? So something had to change, and it did, and it's right. And now it's time for you to take control. And that's exactly what's happening here. We also have the Lovers. So there is something up with that card. Let's look at this Fool. What is this leap of faith? Anything more about the Fool, please? What is the Fool? King of Cups with the Eight of Cups. Yeah, I mean, the Eight of Cups is the journey. You may be walking away from somebody, and again, that's why the Lovers is in the challenge. The King of Cups may be a relationship. I wouldn't like, I'm not going to key on it as a person, especially not a male person, but walking away from a situation that either, okay, so for some of you, it's literally walking away from a relationship of some sort. It could have just been an invite, it doesn't have to be this big deal. It could be literally someone, you're barely seeing and you're going, okay, this isn't going to work. It also could be walking away from having a lackadaisical attitude. Like the King of Cups, I always tell you, is that we talk a lot about it. He's on a throne that's in water that floats. It's got that, you know, go with the flow type attitude, and that's a cool attitude. But there's something here where we're going back to that control. It's like, no, I don't want to go with the flow. I'm going to jump into this new journey. I'm going to leave that kind of attitude behind. I actually kind of like that a lot. It's a good attitude to have. So 5 of Wands is in what you don't see. There's something happening in the background. Let's take a look at this where it feels like there might be some kind of conflict. I almost feel like this could be, when I look at this card, I think anger. So I'm wondering almost if there's someone angry or, upset or frustrated. I don't think it's you because it wouldn't be in the unseen. You would know if you were frustrated. But there is someone that's frustrated or something that's frustrating. Tell me more about this. 10 of Swords and the 10 of Coins. So it's really interesting. I just did my little short and it had the 10 of Swords in it as well as the Fool. So these like really link together. But the 10 of Swords, 10 of Pentacles, something is coming to an end. So there could be something here that with the 10 of Pentacles, it could be when you walk away from this kind of attitude that it does affect someone else that gets angry that something's coming to an end because they feel like it's their gravy train that's coming to an end and they're frustrated about it. The reason why I'm kind of keeping it light as gravy train because I feel like it is. When I look at this card, I think immature. I think I don't know why, but this card in particular, even though I feel like it's a person scorn. So they may, just be not real thrilled with the changes that you're making in your life. And even if this is not necessarily a love relationship where you're just saying, I'm not going to be this go with the flow person right now. I need XYZ in my life and I'm going to go after it. I think that it could be making someone worried and they're like kind of being immature about it. The 7 of Cups is the unexpected. Well, once you take that leap, what does it leave open for you? And it looks like it leaves open a lot of opportunities, a lot of choices coming in. This could be any life area, guys. We've got all different kinds of cards coming up, so it could be anything. 7 of Cups, please. What are these choices? 5 of Swords, Page of Swords, King of Wands. I pulled 3. I'm not sure why. I think your choices are really, the 5 of Swords to me, and I always feel this way, is how much do you effort, if someone's deceiving you, do you stay and fight, right? It's that kind of feeling, or do you just walk away from a situation that's really just kind of frustrating, or it feels like you can't win no matter what you do. It won't work out no matter what you do. Not necessarily even win, it just won't. There is also this feeling of how much energy do I want to give something with the Page of Swords. The Page of Swords works really hard and stays focused. And I feel like that might be part of it too. And I feel like there's something here about passion with this King of Wands. Now, it could be someone for some of you, but I really more so it feels like the passion part of the King of Wands. Like, am I ready to just dive into something? I am taking control. So I am the king. I'm not the knight or the page. I am taking control. I'm jumping into this situation, but I want to do it with the passion and just not overthink things. So there is this, but a Page of Swords overthinks. Like they are totally in their head. And the 5 of Swords is also that. So I feel like the choices are kind of up to you. How much do you want to put into a situation? It's really not choice A, new job, choice B, this job. It's more how do I want to move forward? It's the choices on how to handle a situation, move forward in a situation, not necessarily choices of jobs or such. You have the lovers in the challenge. You have the eight of swords and the strength. So the lovers in the challenge. Now this could be balance and it could be a partnership. I get the feeling that this person here that might be a little bit just fresh, and could be even jealousy. Okay. Like, and not jealousy in a green kind of way, but jealousy like, Holly, I wish I could do that. I wish I had the strength to do that. Kind of that kind of person. And they're frustrated too because they wish they could, or it affects them. So tell me about the lovers and the challenge. And that's what I think this lovers is. We've got Eight of Pentacles with the Temperance. Yeah, there is a situation. Yeah, this lovers is a partnership. Again, mastering a skill is the energy you put into something. A lot of energy with the Eight of Pentacles, really focused on it. The Temperance reminds me that, you know, the challenge here, it is the balance, I think. It's choices, right? So I don't know if it's a person, I'm going back and forth, because the temperance is really it's about alchemy, but most importantly, it's about emotional balance and having that, it's almost serenity. Um, Also, though, I feel like it's adding fire and water together, which really is cool to me. I always think of that as the best ever because it's adding passion with love and caring. So you handle something with a lot of energy and passion, but at the same time you treat it with love and caring. Um, and it's kind of balancing that out. There could be a challenge in finding that because that might be what you're looking for. The mastering of skills, but at the same time, a very gentle situation. If you're looking for a job or just looking for a lover or whatever, I feel like you might struggle a little bit putting those things together and making those choices on how to move forward with that. The Eight of Swords is in your strength. I'm definitely going to look into this. Now, when I see the Eight of Swords in a strength position, it feels to me like if you are feeling stuck, it's asking you to take a deep breath. That it might be good that you feel stuck for some ungodly reason, but it could be that if you're feeling stuck, maybe you will put more energy into XYZ, or you need it to figure out how to get out of it. Like it's like that kind of thing. Like it's a lesson almost, but a lesson that's going to put you in the right direction. Tell me about this Eight of Swords. The Knight of Wands. Okay, so yeah, it's a slowdown. It's exactly what it is, and it's going to help you a little bit in reaching these goals here, because the Knight of Wands is that really fast energy. The Seven of Pentacles is the the garden, taking your time, dealing with the garden thing, watering it. You're you may be headed too quickly, because if you keep going at a really fast pace, you are not going to see the fruits of what you've really done. In other words, it takes time for some things to grow. And that's what's happening here, is that you're going to get a pullback so that you're not going in balls to the wall. You're going to hold back a little bit so that things can grow appropriately. Because sometimes that patience really comes in handy. So that Eight of Swords is there. What do we have? We have the Ace of Swords, the Wheel, and the Page of Cups in your out, or where this all leads. To me, the Ace of Swords is a new beginning, but it's also in a new beginning going in with a clear mind. The Wheel is definitely headed in the right direction. Things are going in the direction that you need them to or want them to. And then the Page of Cups is probably an offer coming in. Now, this could be any kind of offer. So let's just clarify that Page of Cups really quickly here. What is the Page of Cups for our daily reading? Hermit. It's a discovery for sure. Okay, so we had the Five of Swords earlier. So I feel like this Page of Cups comes from you digging in and saying, okay, I'm going to go on this search. And what it is the search for You know, you were deciding on whether you should go all in. Well, I feel like you did. And this offer comes out of that. Is there anything else about this Page of Cups, please? There was a Queen of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Yeah. Yep. There's a shift in energy here with the Tower. So what happens here is a gift to you, whether it's an offer or a new beginning, because pages are the youngest court, so they can be new beginnings. But it feels like it's a gift. It doesn't come from necessarily hard work. When it comes to you and you get this energy of like understanding exactly maybe why the struggle happened or why there was a struggle, it allows it changes everything for you, and that's the gift that you are given. Let's pull a advice card really quickly here. What is our advice? Knight of Wands. It's so funny because the strength is the Eight of Swords. Hang in there. But I think this is also like, you know, do things with passion. Like, passion is a good thing. It helps get us motivated. It helps keeps us moving. And just because things aren't ready to flower right at the right time doesn't mean that we can't still have passion and energy towards it. And I like it with the Queen of Cups as well, because that is totally like, to me, the Queen of Cups gives back. She takes care of things. She nurtures things. She has empathy. She's a very loving person. So again, here's the fire and the water together, putting those two things together, having that passion, but doing it with love and caring will really make things grow. So there you have your reading reminder. Hit that thumbs up button. Take care. Have a beautiful day.